Hello folks, I'm Doc Sanders. We are at the Ohio State Fair, one of the largest fairs in the country, and with me this morning I have Dr. Tony Forshey, who is the state veterinarian. Good morning, Dr. Forshey.
Good morning, Dr. Sanders.
Would you tell me a little bit about your responsibilities and how you get involved with the Ohio State Fair?
Well, one of the things we do in the Ohio Department of Agriculture, particularly our Division of Animal Industry, is primary responsibilities are to promote and protect the livestock and poultry industries within the state.
So we have many 4-H projects and FFA projects and open class livestock that comes to the fair, and they come from all over Ohio, and that certainly has to be a concern in terms of diseases and that sort of thing. What provisions does your office make for those animals?
Well, one of the first things we do, Don, obviously, is biosecurity checks. Make sure that animals are safe and people are safe around those animals. The biosecurity aspects include just checking daily barn checks. We also supervise the cleaning and disinfecting of all the buildings when different species move out and others move in. We check health certificates on animals, particularly ones coming from out of state. So our overall mission there is food safety, obviously, and then we also do urine and hair samples on the champions and reserve champions of each of the market animals in order to make sure the food safety aspects of things.
Let's back up just a little and talk about health certificates. Now, I'm assuming that the owners of these projects, this has to be done prior to the fair. Is that correct?
That's correct. And those health certificates are usually good for 30 days. And so their veterinarians inspect their animals before they come in and issue certificates of veterinary inspection, ensure that those animals are healthy and they don't bring on some contagious infectious disease onto the fairgrounds.
Okay, and then you mentioned food safety, and I know that when animals are exhibited, that the winners have some special tests, and would you describe that process a little bit for us?
Well, when the judges slap the grand and reserve champions, if you will, we collect urine samples on those and then also hair samples, and we test for various drugs, residues, those sorts of things. Then when those animals go to slaughter, we also check for tissue residue problems. We also do ultrasound and milk samples on all the dairy breeds and their champion and reserves as well.
There certainly has to be issues, concerns about biosecurity. What provisions does your office make for those sorts of things?
Well, we have set biosecurity guidelines that I rewrote when I came into this position. My background, as you know, is in swine industry for 27 years, and I practiced pretty much all the Midwest. And the swine industry modeled their biosecurity after the poultry industry. The poultry industry probably has the most strict, concise guidelines for biosecurity of anybody, with the Tyvek coveralls and boots and the C&D stuff and all sorts of things that so that we're not transmitting any infectious agents between farm to farm, and includes those county fairs and state fair.
So when you said C&D stuff, is that what you were talking about?
That's correct. Where the state fair in particular hires an independent third-party company that actually comes in and cleans and disinfects the barns. And then my people actually supervise that and then examine it after they're done.
Dr. Forshey, what do you see for the future in view of bioterrorism and that sort of thing for events like the Ohio State Fair?
Well, as you know, it's agri-terrorism, bioterrorism is a very cheap form of terrorism as far as getting something done. So with today's world, with the zoonotic diseases, which are transmissible between humans to animals and animals to humans, 75% of the emerging and re-emerging diseases that we're going to see in the future are going to be zoonotic diseases. So it's extremely important that we have, when humans are this close contact, this many animals in close contact with each other, that we have hand washes available because people are petting the animals, and around these types of infectious agents, that we make sure that there's hand washes available, and people can then take the preventative measures needed to prevent the spread of those infectious agents.
We're very appreciative that Dr. Forshey would join us on Down the Road TV today. You heard it live from the Ohio State Fair on health provisions that are underway all the time to safeguard the public while they attend the fair. I'm Doc Sanders, and we'll see you down the road.
Down the Road is brought to you in part by Prince Agra, makers of Omnigen AF, advancing animal nutrition for healthy animals, and Woodruff Enterprise of Springfield, Ohio,